Hey everybody. You know, it's coming up Christmas. It's getting here faster than we thought. It seems like the year just flies by anymore. And I love Christmas. Christmas is my happy place. It's my muse. I take a month and I decorate for Christmas and I just love it. I look forward to Christmas all year long. But as we know, Christmas can be very, very stressful, especially this year. So many people are struggling nowadays with the SNAP benefits being cut, with the government assistance being cut, with jobs not what they used to be, with the paychecks not going as far as we would like for them to go, the prices going up. It's getting to be pretty stressful. And we need to try, and we want to try to find ways that we can save money at Christmas. So it's just Chris and myself here now. We have two kids. We have Caitlin and Dalton, and we have a Steven, who's Caitlin's Caitlin's fella, and my parents, and we got siblings and nieces and nephews. But it can get pretty expensive. And we know Chris and I buy for each other, and not to mention if you have parties, if you have get-togethers, if you need to do a lot of gift giving, and just the stress of trying to find what to get someone for Christmas. It can be pretty stressful. It really stresses Chris out. So I have tried to rack my brain to come up with 10 ways to save money at Christmas. And I have come up with a few that I try to utilize, and I'm hoping that will help you all try to save money this Christmas season, because we all need to work together and we need to figure out ways to de-stress the upcoming holidays. Some people may not even get to have a Christmas. I mean, you can have Christmas regardless. You can have get-togethers. You can have virtual meetings. You can any number of things. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't even have to spend money to have a good Christmas. Christmas is about family. Christmas is about your loved ones and the true meaning of Christmas, which is, the birth of Jesus Christ. So, with that being said, I'm going to get into 10 ways that I try to save money at Christmas. Number 1, I try to create a Christmas budget. How much you can afford to spend. Write it down. How many people that you need to spend for. Write down, make a budget, and stick to it. And I'll say, well, I'll take from here to put here to fund this or that. Just stick to your budget. That's the best thing. And cut back on other areas if you need to, Say you go out a lot and go out to eat a lot. Try to cut back on that. Traveling, cut back on that. Save on gas. Eat at home more. Just any number of things that you can do to cut back and stay within your budget. The budget is the most important thing. Keep a budget. You know what you can afford. Look at your finances. Go through them. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Number 2, create a Christmas fund. On January the 1st, or any time that you want to. I'm just throwing January 1st out there. Have an account. It don't have to be at a bank. You can open one at a bank. It doesn't have to be. You can just set it aside. Make it specifically for Christmas. And as you can, add to it. Say, once a month, you add $50. Once a week, you add $25. This is just numbers I'm throwing out there. This is not things that I'm telling you to do, but just as you can, throw it in there. If you have a yard sale, throw it into your Christmas fund. If you have just throw it in there, because unexpected expenses come up at Christmas too. So, add to it as you can. It don't have to be once a month. If you get extra that you can afford to do it, throw it into your savings accounts for your Christmas. And then that way you don't have to come up all at once with money like, oh, wow, here it is December 10th and I need to fund Christmas. If you've got a savings account, if you can do this, now, not everybody can do this, but if you can utilize that account, and there you go. Number 3, shop early and online to find good deals. You know, if you see something that you think would make a good Christmas present for somebody, and you get it, it's a good deal, go ahead and get it. Put it back. You got it. You know, shop those online sales and shop early. You know, some people start as soon as January hits, and they're done for Christmas shopping by March. So try to use those as much as you can, shopping early and shopping online, and avoid those last minute shopping trips. Because when you get into a last minute shopping trip, you kind of tend to panic a little bit, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this done, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this or that, and you don't look around for the best deals. So, you know, you tend to just grab and go. But if you avoid your last minute shopping, that cuts back some, and it saves you money. So try that one. Number 4, give fewer gifts. You know, it doesn't have to be about a gift. You don't always have to unwrap something at Christmas. You know, you can focus on having meaningful gifts. You know, things that might mean something more to someone than if you went out and spent $100 on something. If you saw something little that would mean a lot to them, get that instead of going and spending $100. And avoid random gift exchanges. You know, sometimes you go somewhere and it pops up, you know, oh, we're going to do a gift exchange. You can always opt out of gift exchanges. That's something my son does. He doesn't do it to just save money. He just does it. He's just not really into Christmas stuff anyway. So he avoids those kinds of things, because he's like, whatever I want, I'm going to get anyway, and I'd just rather do it that way. So avoid the random gift exchanges. You do not have to participate in those. You know what you can and can't afford, so avoid those. Number 5, be creative. Get creative. You know, you can re-gift. If you've got something that someone got you and you're not going to use it and it's still in new-like condition, re-gift it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You can re-gift. You can use old gift cards. Give old gift. If you got a gift card laying around that you're not using, re-gift it. Say, here's your gift card. Take this, enjoy. Or use those old gift cards to buy something with. Number 6, utilize thrift stores. There's nothing wrong with going to a thrift store and getting someone a gift. Now, if you don't want to buy secondhand clothes, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. But say, I love Pyrex. I love old Pyrex. I love old Corningware. I love vintage stuff. If someone had gone to a thrift store and saw an old Pyrex or an old Corningware or just something vintage and bought that for me, I would know that they put a lot of thought in that, and they knew me well enough that they said, she would like this. So, you know, use those. Use your thrift stores. Use your thrift stores to get your Christmas decorations. I do that a lot. I love to go to the Goodwill bins. I go to the Goodwill. We have quite a few thrift stores around here. Like I said, in July, we had the Christmas sale at one of our thrift stores where everything was a quarter, 4 for $1. So I got 2 buggies full of stuff to decorate my house with, and I can give it to other people. I have a nephew that just got married. He and his wife were just setting up their home, and they didn't have any Christmas. They didn't have a lot of Christmas ornaments. So I dug into my stash and I gave it to him. I said, here. And they were nice Cardinals farmhouse decor, and they got a beautiful little home. And she messaged me and she said, thank you. It really helped us out. So use those thrift stores. You can find gift boxes. You can find wrapping paper. You can find, like I said, vintage things. You can find Christmas trees. You can find ornaments. Any number of things. you can find, and if you want to do the secondhand clothes, do that. Some people do not mind, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. I raised my kids clothing them from thrift stores. Number 7, reuse, thrift, or make over your Christmas decor. You know, you don't have to change your Christmas decor every year, every other year. Use your same decor. Switch it around. You know, you may have 2 trees. You may do a red tree. You may do a white tree. You may do one tree red, one red and white. You can switch them up. They don't have to stay the same every year. So reuse your Christmas ornaments. You don't have to go out and stock your supply every year to change out your Christmas tree. Now, you can buy things as you see them, little things, put them in, change it around. You can make over your Christmas decorations. Let me show you what I've been doing. This year, I'm going with the Ralph Lauren Christmas vibe. And I had some of these. These are just the styrofoam balls. And you can get, if you can get the old ones, like the satin ones, and you don't want to use that, you can take the satin off and you've got a styrofoam ball. And I go to thrift stores and I look through their clothing and I try to find crushed velvet clothing. And that's where this come from. You see what I did? And I just cut them up and I made me some velvet ornaments. This was a little top that I got from Goodwill for a child. I think I gave like 99 cents for it. This was some that I had in the basement. So I just made my own. I didn't have to go and buy a large amount of velvet ornaments. I'm making my own. I'm utilizing, and I had some scraps of fabric that I'm using those as well. The blue, the reds, and the greens. So, you know, you can reuse, you can thrift them, you can make them over. You can paint ornaments. You can put little stickers on ornaments. You can do, there's any number of things that you can do for your decor. Number 8, draw names. In our family, at my mom's, we have a large family. There's 35 of us now. And you can't hardly buy 35 gifts. So what we tend to do is we draw names, or we have what they call, the one that everybody buys a gift. Like the women do one, and the men do one. You buy a gift for a woman. They're assigned a number, or not. They can be assigned a number or not. But you put numbers in a pot. You draw those numbers, and the one with the number 1 goes first. This is why we do it. We don't put numbers on the gifts. You can, but we don't. The one number 1 goes first. They get to pick out their gift. Then the second one does the same. But you can also steal another person's gift. So that's how, and men and women do it. Or we draw names. Women put their names in a pot. Men put their name in a pot. You draw that name. That way you know who you're buying for. So you only have to get one gift. Now, my exclusion is, I still buy for my mom and dad, regardless. They put their names in there because, they've got a ton of kids and grandkids. So we tend to generally buy for our parents anyway. Number 9, create gift boxes. Like, go to thrift stores, go to the Dollar Tree, buy little things through the year, and get a little container, put them in there, a little tissue paper, a little ribbon, maybe some greenery. So you can make a pretty nice gift box for $10, $15. They don't have to be astronomically expensive. So just make little gift boxes. When I have my Christmas party, I like to make gift boxes. And what I do is last year I did one, but I only did it for women. This year I may do two. I may do a man and a woman. And I'm going to make those little gift boxes, and I'm going to let everybody draw a number, and I'm going to assign it to those gift boxes, and whoever draws that number gets those gift boxes. So that's a little gift that I can give to my family when they come to my party. Now, number 10, and this is my favorite one. You can DIY your own gifts to make them more personal. You know, if you've got, see, I've got Cricut machines back here. I can take something, I can cut me out some words, something. I can make it personal. I can also, with my printer over here, I can print off a picture and I can make ornaments. You know, if you can print it on tissue paper, you can make beautiful ornaments. You can make a little, I don't know, any number of things that you can do, that you can create to make it personal by making it your own. And it means so much because people think they cared enough about me that they took their time to create something special just for me. So, there is my 10 ways that you can save money on Christmas. Let's try to de-stress Christmas as much as possible. Christmas is supposed to be harmonious. It's supposed to be joyful. It's supposed to be about family. It's supposed to be about peace, love. So let's make it that way. Don't stress yourself out over spending money or putting yourself into a place that you don't need to be. Family, friends, loved ones, that's what counts. So, comment down below and tell me some ideas that you all have that helps you to save money at Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit that notification button, and to share this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!